so I'll be like a moderator
Oh,
asking
okay.
her those, and then it will be easier for her to tell us.
Yeah, and Olga also will help me to translate everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So
don't know how to explain.
this is my daughter-in-law, Natalie, and her full name is Natalia. And she is a doctor, so but she doesn't like to work as a regular medical doctor, and I'll let her explain why. So would you please let us know what your experience is, what your education is, and what did you get a chance to do in your life since you've become a doctor?
Thank you for introduction. So I was raised actually in the family of a doctor, and she used to work as a traditional doctor that worked with pharmacy. And how we get into the healthy topic, it was because I was sick all the time. Usually it's what happens with in a family who have a doctor. So children are usually very sick. And my mom was trying to heal us with pharmacy because she was taught how to do that. And what she noticed that she was doing that to us, but in the short term, yeah, we were like treated, but in the long term, immune system was worse and worse and worse and worse. And she came to the point when I needed to have a surgery because of my tonsils. They were so inflamed. Yeah, there was last stage, and she already scheduled the surgery day. But then finally, I think God just knocked on her head, and she got an idea that there shouldn't be any extra organs in the body. Just God didn't create that, and just cut something, it's not maybe a good idea. And when she just opened her mind to that thought, she got an answer. She met a doctor who was homeopathic doctor, and they told her that there is another way to cure problems. And that's how she understood that she can actually save me from the surgery. So we started taking homeopathy, and I was healed. And I didn't need a surgery. But still, she was told that homeopathy is still like a way of treatment. It's not like a lifestyle. So it's like to compare with antibiotics or something else, homeopathy is a lot better. But still, it's not like a changing of your lifestyle. And she was told that if your children want to change the lifestyle, they will have a problem again. It will return.
If they don't change their lifestyle.
If they won't.
Yes. So if I will just take the homeopathy, but I won't change my lifestyle, problems will again come to me again and again. And after that, my mom was trying to find out about healthy lifestyle because she never was taught how to have a healthy lifestyle. And she found a doctor who showed her there was a blood test. And on the blood test, it was showed how the blood cells in the blood are not separate, but they're just like stuck to each other, and that was all because of the lack of the liquid inside of the body. So the blood in the vessels were just like very, very dense, and it means that the cells won't get enough oxygen and nutrition because of that. It's like the example of that can be like there is a traffic jams and you are in the car and you need to go just immediately to one place, but you can't because of the traffic jam. And the same is going on with our body. So our cells, for example, need oxygen right now, nutrition right now, but they can't get them because blood is too dense, because people don't drink enough water. And they drink a lot of tea and coffee and other things that actually have opposite effect. Instead of making the blood more liquid, they make it even more dense.
And our body is made out of water, like what, 70% or more.
Exactly. And that's why I had problems with health. So first factor is this, because when I was about 10, I already forgot how to drink pure water. I was drinking tea, coffees, soda, lemonades, everything, you know. I couldn't just drink plain water. And when my mom came to that event and she was showed that there is like this situation with blood, she was shocked actually. She was joking after she told that she had only two thoughts. She thought that everybody around her is crazy because they just showed all that. Because in the university she was told that blood is perfect, there is no parasites in the blood, everything is just super clean and everything. And she was thinking she was light, or another thing she was thinking that she turned crazy. So then finally she understood that she need to open her mind, because if her children are sick and pharmacy doesn't help, there's something wrong definitely in her approach. And that's how she found a doctor who told her that to have a healthy lifestyle, you need just to give your body pure water, clean the body, and all that. There is a system. And she brought all the system to our home. And at first we were all resistant to that, because we were raised in completely different mentality. And to change something in your lifestyle, it's very difficult in the brain, first of all, because like new habits, you don't want to, our brain don't want to spend energy. That's why I want to save it. And the best way to save it, nothing is changed. That's like the best way. So that's how my mom started, just trying to impress, trying to inspire us to change the lifestyle. But it didn't work. And for maybe about a year, but then when I noticed that I feel better, I thought, okay, maybe it works. So I was a very skeptical person. And I was raised in this kind of environment. I already faced like pharmacy and like medicine that doesn't work, that kill actually people. And I was suffering from that because I had a lot of problems and consequences of taking the pharmacy. And my liver already was almost destroyed, my kidneys was almost destroyed, my stomach was almost destroyed. So when I was about 12 years old, I already had like this list of diseases. And I was joking, you know, I had a grandma, and I was joking that I'm like a small grandma, because really the problem was like a lot of problems. And so later, when my mom turned her back on this unnatural medicine, she turned into Chinese medicine and reflexology and bioresonance therapy. And that's how I found out there is another side of medicine. So actually that helps people. And in Chinese medicine, they pay to a doctor if he treated a patient and this patient never returned to him. That's when they pay the doctor. Not like we used to hear. So here doctors pay when patients return again and again.
Right.
In Chinese medicine is completely different.
Wow.
And so I was about 14 or 16 years old that time, and I never planned to be a doctor. I actually wanted to be like an artist, singer, or something like that. How I happened to be in this area, because when I was about 14, 16, I already almost healed all my body without any pharmacy at all. And people started asking me how I did that, because they were just looking at me, and even my the like pupils in my school, we were like the same age, but we're completely different. They had problems. They level of their mind wasn't like very flexible and wise and all that. They were just stuck on this, you know, like unhealthy habits and talking about the problems and all that. And I was looking at them, and I know that I used to be this way, but I stopped because my health changed. And that's how I thought that maybe some people are positive because they just have better health, and one person like have negative thoughts because of his health is poor. And also what I've noticed, I used to be like a person who told that I'm an owl because I was waking up very late. And I thought that I'm just this way, because some people use this, you know, they say like, I'm just an owl, I can't just wake up early. And one day I thought maybe it's not right. Yeah, maybe it's not right. And when I started again like cleaning my body and all that, one day, so I was waking up about 12, and I started waking up at 4 a.m. Can you imagine?
I do all the time.
Yeah, so you like a normal person, I wasn't. And
because of the way God designed it. The sunset, you go to sleep. The sunrise, you wake up.
Exactly. And people have this disorder because their health is in disorder. So it's connected. So I started.
Not nice, you're normal. I'm normal.
We're normal.
Yeah, you're actually very. You know, by the way, that's what I noticed with people who are a lot older than I am, because you were growing in a different situation. Health environment was different. You wasn't like influenced so much by this bad advertisement, and people, wasn't eating so many junk food. Just like all that,
Yeah, I don't eat
That's
junk
why
food, not
usually
much.
your generation is healthy, actually, even the young one generation. And so people started asking me about health when I was already 14, 15. And that's how I started my experience, because people sometimes ask me like, how do you have almost 20 years experience? Because I count also experience that when I started with myself, because it's the best experience, because you can be a theoretical doctor, but being a practitioner doctor who actually healed himself, it's a lot better, because every time people come to me with their problems, I actually can understand almost everyone, because I had like gastritis, I had problems with liver, I had problems with skin or hair or anything else, and I can understand really how difficult it is to go through these problems. And the biggest problem that actually Mishala.
That was in the way.
In the way, it was my migraines. I was suffering with migraines from the young age, and my mom even couldn't believe me. She thought that I was lying. And I couldn't explain to her that I just really feel this way. So yeah, and it was amazing when migraines just went away. It was just perfect.
Wow.
So
How old were you when they went away?
I was 14. So they were with me from 11 for 3 years almost. And then I decided when I was finishing school, I already had a lot of clients, and I was thinking maybe I need to go to the university, medical university, because I was trying to understand why medicine doesn't help people to heal. Medicine can just to help to deal with your problem
It's a
till then.
Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid.
Band-Aid, yeah.
Yes. And I finally found out the answer, and then when I was in the middle of the university, I was so disappointed with the system, even in Russia. I saw where it's going, and I understood that I don't want to work on the system anymore, because they will force me anyway to prescribe chemicals to the people, and it will be like a slow death for them. And I didn't want that, and I already saw another side, because in the university they told us that bronchitis can't be cured, the diabetes can't be cured, anything can be cured, and there is only one way. And I was thinking, are you sure? Because I have plenty of results of people who are actually healed from these problems. That's actually proof that fact that God created us as a perfect creature, so the perfect body. And the only problem that we have health problems that because we doesn't treat our body right. Because nobody told us how to treat our body right, how to help our body to recover. And if we will know this knowledge, and if we will do that, we have a chance to be healed and be healthy. Because, for example, I usually tell my grandma result, because some people think that like if you're more than 50 years old, it's too late to like do something to your health. My grandma started her health routine when she was almost 80.
What did she start?
Health routine.
Health routine.
Like healthy habits. She started to develop them when she was 80. And she already had so many problems with health, and she wanted to die because of her problems, and she was suffering every day. And medicine didn't help her to be healed, and she saw no other way just to like go to another like side of her life. And my mom didn't want to let her go, of course, and she just started giving her healthy water, everything. And right now my grandma 99.
Wow.
And she had diabetes for 30 years. And right now her sugar is almost normal. It's unbelievable, because it was higher 4 times. It was this way. Right now my grandma, she's fine, and she like sometimes of course she have depressive thoughts. It's normal maybe when you're 99, but she fight them like very fast, and she reads a lot, and she have great memory, and her results actually inspire me a lot more. Yeah, thank you, because it's like easier for me to communicate with you too. So for me, her result is even more impressive than mine, because people sometimes tell that, oh, of course you healed your health because you were young. And I tell, okay, see my grandma. She was 80 when she started, and she just amazing example for all of us.
Maybe there's still hope for me.
Exactly, exactly. That's why I'm telling her that, because if she could do that in 80, it means like everybody have a chance.
Yeah.
And to have a different senior period, because you can, as you know, like there is only one guarantee in our life, that we all will be dead one day. But there is a way how we can be dead. We like how we can go to that. I mean,
Right.
we can be like in hospital suffering and just making life everybody around us miserable because we're suffering, or we can be healthy and active and be inspiration for our children and grandchildren.
Yeah,
Can I
That's
ask a
what I want.
question?
Huh?
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Do you, have you dealt with people with arthritis?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, and not even arthritis, because arthritis is actually better than what I was dealing with, because some people already had stage of their joints when they needed an operation, and when they needed their joints to be like removed and changed to another one, and these people actually right now actually have their own joints.
Wow.
So
praise God.
even on that stage, it's possible to change everything, especially when you believe.
Even with the back problems too?
Yeah, my mom is a professional at that, because almost every client that was coming to her, they had a back problems. Because usually I don't work only with physical health, but with mental too, because sometimes we can carry in our back some negative emotions or a lot of responsibility or something like that. So what I always try to explain to people, that we need to look at our body as like complex, and think about our health not like only that there is only physical issues of the problem. There can be only spiritual and emotional and like all of that. So we need just to like do that to our body. So I think we can start with presentation with that factors.
There are some other things
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
I was going to mention something that you might have forgotten. Your mom had a real severe problem with her back.
Yeah.
She ended up in the hospital and had ulcers in her spine, which people usually don't recover from so easily.
Yeah.
And she is okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that, because really when she was in the hospital, the doctors told her that she will be invalid till the end of her life. And she will disabled, and she will never walk. That's what she was told. It's like how sometimes inspiring our doctors are. It's like definitely after talking to them, you feel that you have a desire to live longer. So yeah, and she didn't want, of course, that, because she had like us, like her children, and she wanted just to spend time with her grandchildren one day. So due to that system that she was healed, she healed us, she healed herself, and she stood up on the 25th day. All hospital was shocked.
Wow.
It was impossible. Nobody never did that before in this hospital.
Wow. Too bad it didn't change
Their way
minds.
of treating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they even asked her, "Can you do that to all patients here? Like how you recover?"
Oh.
Yeah. So some doctors, with time, they change their mind, but
Yeah.
not everybody doctors can do that. Some people, I mean, doctors so stuck in the system, they're like hypnotized,
Yeah.
and
My
they can't
physical
just.
therapist, she was practicing to be a doctor because her grandfather was a doctor, her father was a doctor. She was going to be a doctor, but then she realized, you know what, you're just giving medicine. So she went into physical therapy. She felt like she could do a lot more with people.
Exactly, you're absolutely right.
So I'm gonna go through my questions quickly, so we don't get stuck on it. The next one was how God created us, perfect body created by design, capable of cleansing itself, healing itself. If we treat ourselves and our bodies with respect to our Creator, what is the role of a diet and exercise in our overall well-being? In today's world, how easy it is to take care of ourselves. Can you kind of your own thoughts, your spiritual walk too?
I mentioned about God and how He created us and all that, and I would say that it's easy and not easy at the same time to have a healthy lifestyle. And I think everything starts here, because usually, for example, when I started, as I mentioned, I didn't have a habit to drink water. So sometimes I recommend people to have like step-by-step strategy. And because at first to brain it sounds like super complicated to completely change your lifestyle. It's like scary. So like if you start step by step, for example, you can just ask yourself, what is easier for me to start, for example, today? what can I do today? Maybe I can just walk a little bit more, or just drink a little bit more water, or I can just try to eat less, or something like that, and just try to say to yourself that, like, the words of encouragement, that like I'm doing great because I'm just trying at least. So don't be hard on yourself and just try, because I'm still learning. For example, right now, like I have almost 20 years of experience in healthy lifestyle, but still I have so many interesting habits to develop that I even never came to. So yeah, and what else I need to just mention here, because I don't know what else I need to say.
Well, you did. The thing is, you were mentioning when we talked about how things are not natural most of the time. What we consume, what we breathe, what we drink.
It will be next in your next.
Yeah,
phrases
that's
as
the
well.
next one. What are the origins of disease? And all things that I wrote here are based on what she was saying.
Yeah.
This first point is about the external toxins and the internal toxins, which will be in her presentation, because the company that Natalie is working for already created a path for people to restore their health. And the first thing I learned from that is this external and internal toxins. I never realized there was such a thing. And the one that really shocked me was the parasite thing.
Yeah.
It's like an
Scary.
elephant in the room that nobody's talking about. We all have them, you know.
Yeah, it's like shameful topic for some reason. I don't know
But
why.
how do they affect our lives? And is it normal? I mean, is it normal to have some, or should we get rid of all of them?
That's
Or,
a good question.
you know, it's
Yeah.
a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So Natalie will be talking about that in her presentation. The one thing that really touched me is when she shared about Russian medical school and how they taught about parasites and that they are producing toxins in our bodies. I don't think I know any doctor in the United States that actually learned anything like that in their school. So then the other point was that she was saying to me that the nutrients that we consume, we are lacking on a lot of them because of what our food is like right now. And then the soil, also Natalie was telling me about, the soil is depleted of nutrients. This is the day and age that we're living in, unfortunately.
Logan will show you. I yesterday found a photo.
Yeah.
It's like our soils is depleted.
Soils are depleted. And then the meats, what are we eating in terms of meat? If we are lucky, we can get the grass-fed meat and stuff like that, but most of the time it's expensive. And stuff we buy in the stores, a lot of them now are 3D printed, believe it or not. And it's also full of antibiotics and hormones, pesticides and nitrates in vegetables and fruit, lack of exercise. We barely do anything. I mean, at least we could walk, but even that sometimes
I know.
hard. The weight gain. Lots of people here, especially in the United States, are overweight. And how this happens, it's consuming all this stuff and that's not good for you, including the drinks, the soft drinks and stuff, and sugar. Then the other thing that nobody ever mentions, we are always on the phones and we are always on the computers. And especially people who work, they are literally forced to hold it in their hand. And this is radiation. We're constantly consuming it. And Natalie was mentioning about the thing that they actually, this company in Russia has a tool you can put in your phone, like glue it to it or something, that helps to reduce the amount of radiation that's coming at you. But then also, as Natalie saying, that you need to turn off your Wi-Fi before you go to bed and this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So-
that's super cool that you
Even
actually.
if it's in another room, or even if it's in another room.
It's
Yeah.
better if you do.
It's like all these webs are invisible, but they just like this every time. And still, here you have better situation because usually you have a separate house and you have neighbors. For example, when you stuck in the skyscrapers,
Skyscrapers, yeah, like
yeah.
she lived
there's
in.
a lot of
Residential
flats,
buildings.
and even if you will turn off the Wi-Fi in your flat, your neighbor won't. So here you have better actually situation about
So it even affects you if your neighbor has it?
No.
Here, if your house is separate,
If you have
Oh, I
apartments,
see.
it will.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
Natalie lives in an apartment in
yes.
Moscow.
yeah.
And there's like 500 apartments in this one building,
Yeah.
and everybody has a separate Wi-Fi.
Mm.
So she's exposed way more over there.
Yeah, but what was interesting that my mom, she's working with bioresonance technology, and she was investigating my health again and again, and she was testing if I have this radiology effect, radiation effect, and she was shocked that I had none, and I knew why. So it's like due to this test, I understood that we can be strong in the bad environment. If we will do something about that, we can just
resist it.
And be fine. So, and I was really surprised because living in the like apartment and like be surrounded.
So
by
how do you resist it? Living where you're
system. So when you just give to yourself what they need, they have enough strength. They have enough strength to fight that. Because what's interesting that almost everybody who was coming and have this test, they have the radiation. Sometimes it was like not super high, but it was like in the middle. But still, it's not good because it's affect our brain. It can lead to a cancer. So it's horrible. And so we need just to do something just so our body would have strength to protect us.
Okay. The next point was stress, which is everybody says stress is a killer, and it is. What happens when you have stress? Natalie was sharing with me about release of the hormones that are like unbalanced, and then you have problems. And women, we are going through so many changes in our body, even within 1 month or 2 months. Natalie was telling me how much it's changing, especially younger women. You know, we're all now don't have as many problems as when we were younger in terms of our, period and stuff like that. But our hormones change constantly, and that affects our stress, how we handle everything. And anyway, she'll be talking about all this.
What hormones?
The most, and there's natural solution to all that, including menopause, right? The most common medicines that we're taking, especially in USA, like vaccines for the flu are demanded or suggested persistently, and we don't really need that. We need just natural immunity, which Natalie will be talking about how to build it. And then statins, they have changed the normal levels of the cholesterol. And why did they do that? There was no reason for it. It turns out we need to take more meds so somebody could make money. And I was like, if the medicine is based on money, how do we know that they actually have the best in mind for us, And then what else? For diabetes, there is a way to prevent diabetes or actually heal, like pre-diabetic condition doesn't have to turn diabetic. And then antihistamines. My son is a witness to this. He had horrible allergies. When they called me after they started dating for a while, and they called me and said, "Hey, Ben can eat eggs." I'm like, no way, how did that happen? And Natalie healed him by teaching him how to live a healthy lifestyle, how to clean his body. So instead of, and he was so bad that he had to go to the hospital on a regular basis. He would start having issues breathing. With the peanuts, he can't even breathe if somebody's doing something with peanuts next to him. The egg white would fall on his skin and he would get rash and fever and all kinds of things, and no more. He's actually eating nuts now. Natalie taught him how to do it, how to stay healthy.
That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty shocking, to tell you the truth. So there's a way to even get rid of allergies. And then painkillers we're all taking. I am a bad example of that because I have real serious migraines and problems. But it's getting better because I'm doing what Natalie told me to do. Seriously, I mean, I can't believe the amount of stress I'm going through right now. And I didn't have a migraine, Natalie. I haven't had it in 2 weeks. And I think this is one of the worst stresses I have ever gone through. And I'm okay. So thank you and thank the Lord too, of course. So then what are the solutions? The solutions, Natalie said to me, nutrients, minerals, and basically right now I think I'm going to stop this and let her do the presentation.
Let's do that.
Okay. So the company that Natalie is working for is called Coral Club, and it's international, all over the world, and they produce things. Actually, what actually touched me is the fact that they're making it here in the United States, so you don't like pay to some other country, and it's going straight into people's pockets who live here. And this is their health concept.
So yeah, just to explain, that was exactly the company after my mom helped me with homeopathy and to get rid of this tonsil problem. Then she met a woman who was doing all that, and she told her that she needs to drink water to clean her body and all that. And so I know the product for 20 years, and sometimes I joke that I right now consist from this product, because like I'm 30 and like 20 years of taking that, like means my body changed. So yeah, and that's why I started working with this company, because I saw how my body changed with like years. I understood, and with 20 that I'm serving this company, their politics, how they treat people, how they treat everybody around, and it's just okay. They definitely means that they're really Christian people. How they like do everything, how they influence on the world, not only on the consumers but on the world. How they trying to make the world better. How they make a lot of charity and all that. And I was just looking how they develop the product, how with like every detail matters for them. They even had a situation one day. There is a special cleansing program that we'll make soon with my husband, and the factory is here in US, and the people who are making this product, they just didn't have one ingredient, and they decided by themselves to change that. It wasn't like people who worked in company, but people who worked on the factory. And when the company checked that, they said, no, we'll return all that, you need to redo that. And they were shocked, because before people who worked in this factory, and they make supplements for all US, and they told that not any other company, как сказать, ни одна другая компания.
No other company.
No other company never did that when they changed ingredients. And they told, now we'll take supplements on from that company, because it was impressive for them. They had experience for
They
years.
wanted to keep the good quality that they are committed to.
And they were just shocked, because it was absolutely unbeneficial for company to return all that amount of product and just say redo that. They were really shocked. So
I also like the fact that you don't have to bring more people. If you sign up, nobody's asking you to buy a certain amount of product. You don't have to bring another person into the company. It's just that you are part of the company and you can buy whenever you want to. You know, and I think that's nice, because most of those MLM companies are always forcing you to do stuff, and you're like stuck, you know, like obligated.
yeah, and you just feel like a person who is have a good taking care of, because usually what I notice with supplements, people usually just find some information and they find the shop, buy, and they just take it by themselves. Sometimes they can be prescribed something, but usually doctors can't just give so much love and attention to you and just support you on every step that you're doing. And it's important when you especially start something new with your health. You need support. You need a person who you can talk to, explain how you feel, and just it's very important. That's what I love about that company, that it's not only provide a high quality product, but support that people need, and just this high quality support with the people who really know how to use something. And that's what I love about that.
What's the benefit of joining? I mean, if you can get the products without getting into the business, what's the benefit of getting into
The
the
only
business?
way you get it is if Natalie, let's say, buy it for you. Or if you're signed up, then you're your own shopper. It's like you joined Amazon or something like that.
So there is difference, because when I was a teenager in Moscow, even in Russia, there were so many MLM companies that were just aggressive, and it was horrible. And when I was observing all that, I knew that I don't want to be this way. I just want to be like a normal Christian person who treats everybody like he wants to be treated. So just when, for example, Susan signed up like only maybe months later, because actually I was buying product and just was given to her because I saw no need for her to sign up. But when she wanted to learn more, I told her it's better for you to sign up, so you can just look through the website, because when you want to learn, you need just to have доступ.
Access.
Access to the website, to the information.
Oh, you have to sign up to be able to get the website.
Yeah,
To
and
buy
it's
things
for-
from them.
Yeah, and it's for free, so it's like the short registration, like about 30 seconds maybe. And you have this website, you can learn, and you just can learn about health, because they just provide their information about healthy lifestyle. You can have a healthy tests there, so it's like very interesting. And also that helps you to just, for example, when I will move from here, it just gives you this opportunity to be like independent and just order for yourself.
And do you have to buy so much?
No,
No
limit.
no
the only thing is that you will pay $10 for shipping if you buy less than $250 worth, which that's how I shop, because I buy like 4 months ahead, you know, and then it's mine, and I don't have to pay $10 and that kind of stuff. But it's also nice because if Natalie could buy for me and for others, then nobody needs to pay $10 for shipping. And the thing is, if you buy more, you get some points. So like you get discounts.
Yeah, sometimes it can be 50%, sometimes it can be even 100% discount. So
But I want you
that's
to,
only benefits. Yeah.
to share the most important thing about the
Yes.
water. Is it next?
Yeah, I think it will be. So yeah, so that's what I told, that body is a complex system. Yeah, here is the health factors. So as I mentioned, there is not only physical factors, but also emotional health, very important, and also what influence in our community, because if you're surrounded by people who have bad habits, they will influence on you. But if you're surrounded by people with who are good in health, you will be like inspired. That's why we also create our own community in WhatsApp, in Facebook, so we can just support each other, despite the fact if we're in one state or in different cities. Also, there is this hydration and nutrition that is here, and physical activity, and like other habits. So the concept of health actually looks like that. So yeah, this is a concept of health, what I will tell you right now, how it looked like, how the system looked like. So yeah, the most important thing that it's cross-functional, suitable for everyone regardless of their initial state or health. That I told you, that doesn't care, like it doesn't mean that if you have arthritis or diabetes, like there is like the end. No, everything is possible to improve. Holistic, so and also step by step, what I told, system and health improvement.
Next.
5 components. I think it just So the most important thing here, just cells need hydration, purification, nutrition, and protection. So only in this order, because some people, they start with nutrition, they start with supplements. Even in Moscow, people do this mistake. They just think that if they take supplements, it will make the best benefit to the body, but it's not. Because if we'll start with nutrition instead of hydration and purification, we will just feed our parasites in the body. That's how
Parasites. Coming back to parasites.
That's how
the supplements that we take, they just
vitamins, proteins, everything that people just order from these shops, they actually feed their parasites. And then with years they just ask, what's interesting, I have a very interesting client. She was taking supplements before she met me for 20 years, but she never heard about the system, so I was the first person who told her about that. She was taking supplements for 20 years, and she actually was more energetic than people around her, but still she had overweight, she had problems with her lungs, and she had problems with her blood pressure, and she couldn't get rid of that. And only when we started her with the first step, with hydration, and second step, purification, she finally get rid of that. So that's how important to, when you have like a recipe to, for example, cook some food, you understand that you shouldn't start with the third point. You need to start with the first one if you want to get the result that you want. The same with health. If you want to have a great health, we need to do everything step by step.
Next.
So that's how our body is look like. So we have the organ and system. So the system, it means like we have skin system, we have digestive system, nervous system, and all that. They have a lot of systems.
Digestion.
Yeah, those systems состоят, consist from the organs. Organs consist from the tissues, and tissues consist from the cells. So the problem, like doctors, they work here and here instead of working here, because problem actually starts here. That's why people can't be cured by the doctors, because it just doesn't work with the real problem.
Cellular.
Yeah, the problem starts here. So, and cells, what is the problem? The cell can be unnoticeably damaged because we don't feel our cells. We only feel our body, or we don't only feel our organs when they hurt. So it would be so great if, for example, we would feel our cells. We would feel that, oh, the symptoms already started. And when I tell people, some people ask me like, that I'm just completely healthy. Why should I have a healthy lifestyle? Because the health.
Nothing hurts.
Yeah, because health is not like limitless. Like someday you will feel problems. So it's better start when you're healthy, because it means like you can prolong your health state. And the best way to solve problem is just to work with symptoms, not with problem, but with system. If you feel fatigue or if you feel slightly tension here, it's better just to start right now, not to wait when it will turn to the really strong headache. So again, all these factors: hydration, purification, intoxication, nutrition, protection. Okay.
Hydration. Then the second one is purification. The third one is detoxification. Then nutrition, and then protection.
Yeah. But I just unite all these two factors together, because for me it's like all about purification.
The purification and detoxification.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So first is hydration, and right now, actually, even here, you don't have like very bad quality of water. Excel is not so bad, but
But it's not so bad.
Quality of water
quality of water.
Oh,
that you're drinking.
I had well water, but when I moved over, I had to downsize. When I moved over last year, my skin started changing. I started getting eczema so bad. But I think there was probably some stress going on too. But I'm over that now because I learned how to take care of it.
Well, what Natalie is saying is that here in the United States, we usually have decent water to drink.
Oh.
No,
Over
not
there.
in normal US, I mean here.
Here it's typically,
Because in big cities, of course, it will be horrible.
because she had to boil her water all the time in Moscow.
I mean, I was on. What I meant to say is, I was on well water, and I never had any problems. And then I moved, and it's full of
She
chlorine.
moved into the city.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
the city water still has chlorine. It has what's in the toothpaste?
Fluoride.
Fluoride, yeah, which we don't really need in our
Right.
water. But they are saying we need all this.
Yeah. So thank you, Linda, for this example, because it completely shows us that when you change the water, it will influence on your health. But still, why we need to do something with water? Because we, in general, in our world right now, have horrible environment. And also, what I found out when I started trying to develop my habit with water, I understood that, you need to drink, there is different information in all sources. How much do you need to drink per day? Usually, I give my own recommendation depending on the person, because like every individual thinks it matters there. So yeah, of course, we need to drink plenty of water. It's first factor, and another thing, we need to understand what quality of water we need to drink.
Is alkaline good for water?
Yeah, but it depends how this alkaline
How
water is
alkaline.
made
Yeah.
and how this water is made. Because there can be, for example, artificially made alkaline water, and it's not a good idea.
Well, Costco has alkaline bottled water, but it's in plastic.
It's marketing. It's impossible for water to stay alkaline more than 1 day. So it's just like way of raising money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the thing is the quality of alkaline or acidic. It's a quality that can stay in water only one day. Then it will went away all.
I have a friend that had arthritis really bad, Bill's husband, and he started drinking alkaline water every day. He buys the big bottles from Costco, and he doesn't drink anything except for that. Even if they make coffee, it's with the alkaline water. And he doesn't feel like he even has arthritis now.
It can be a fact of placebo also, because it's a huge effect of that.
And
If people-
somewhat it's probably helping somewhat, but you wanted it.
Yeah, because if he will just give this water to the person who really will test it this water, they will tell him, unfortunately, that there is nothing. Because I know how it works, yes, you know. To understand that, you need to understand that, for example, with food, yeah. So if we grow our own food in the garden, it will spoil actually very fast. But the food from the markets, they actually doesn't spoil for a long time. The same with water. So if water stay in the shop for days and months, and it doesn't nothing changed with this water, it means this water is chemical.
Oh, gotcha.
Exactly. So he he possibly had this placebo effect, and actually it's not bad because I think that if it helps, praise God.
Yeah,
But-
placebo.
Yeah, placebo. But still, it's better just not to be influenced by that, but actually, for example, if you, some people ask me, for example, I can buy a hamburger and just believe that it's healthy food. Would it ruin my health or not? Of course, if you believe that it will be super healthy, it wouldn't ruin your health so much as, for example, a person who knows that is harmful, but still it will harm you. But still it will harm you. The same is here. So we need to think and analyze, because if water is staying in the markets for months, I have questions to this water.
Well, plastic is bad for you. anyway.
Exactly.
So everybody has a lot of plastic in them now.
Exactly, because plastic
Bottled
can
water
just
and
also
that.
poison your body.
Yeah.
So this is another thing. But I'm happy for that man that he is with his arthritis
And
is
he's
turned
80
better.
something years old.
Yeah, so for him it's working. Praise God that it's working for him. And I will pray that he will still
And
good.
he's
Don't
a
tell him.
Christian, so he
Don't
knows
tell
about
him that there is
it. Oh, I won't.
just better for him to believe that. Because you know that even it's written in the Bible that believe
Yeah.
this faith will save you.
Mind over matter.
Yeah, yeah. But for people who understand and have this critical mindset and understand that it's like plastic and it can't be healthy, and they need this kind of information that I'm telling, because they have the mind that is more willing to find information, just understand how it works actually. So yeah, we need alkaline water, but it should be naturally made.
Does somebody told me that if you just put baking soda in your water, it's alkaline.
Yeah, some people tell that, but if you will water your plants with this kind of water, they will be dead soon. So the
Oh,
same with our
gosh.
body. So we need to
Wow.
first try with plants or our pets. If you will do that to them and they will just have a super healthy lifestyle and life, you can drink that. But a lot of scientists also prove that drinking soda inside is a good thing to do,
Now,
because
does it do something to your lining in your stomach?
yeah, exactly. So people
Maybe
who are not have a healthy stomach, it can ruin everything. So for me, it's a sign you shouldn't drink that,
Yeah.
because it probably can just destroy
What
everything.
are you talking about drinking? What
So-
you shouldn't drink?
Soda.
Soda.
Oh, yeah.
Baking soda.
Yeah. So talking about the qualities of water that should have inside. First, pure water.
So sparkling water is not good.
Sparkling, it means газы, да?
Газированная.
No, for a long term, it's not a good idea, especially if person have a sensitive stomach. It can hurt and destroy the stomach. If you drink it, for example, with a healthy stomach and for a short period of time, it's fine.
And it's bad for your blood vessels.
Yeah.
Her mom told me not to drink sparkling.
Yeah. So, and also to understand that we need to see how God created everything. He didn't create a lot of sources of sparkling water, actually. He created more of the normal water. And I think he just wanted to give us a hint with that. So yeah, the quality, pure water, obvious. Second thing, the water should have inside minerals, but these minerals should be natural minerals, because right now we have a lot of filters. They tell us that they actually give the water the minerals.
Right.
But what I ask people, is a filter is natural or it's a robot? Like, and people say it's a robot. So how can you expect a robot that is artificial to make water natural? It's impossible.
What do you sell or what do you recommend?
We'll come to that.
Oh,
So second factor is structure. Maybe you saw snowflakes. You know, like it means that water have a structure. And if, for example, the water was having this positive energy, the snowflakes will be super beautiful. But if the structure is destroyed, it turns into like some like of
A real ugly
Snowball.
thing.
yeah, something
another
like
slide.
like not
There was a
flake.
study done by a scientist in Japan, and it was interesting how he spoke to the water and to the ice or snow, whatever, and then water, and then he saw crystals of water. He froze it, and when he spoke positive, beautiful things like "You are wonderful," "Thank you," these kind of words, it came out in such a great shape. And then when he would say "You're ugly" and spoke deaf to it, it came out horrible looking and imbalanced.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, and he proved that.
I've heard that before, that like water is like a
Life.
living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
substance.
The guy is not Christian, so I wouldn't suggest listening to everything he says. But that particular study is interesting in itself, because I
Doesn't
think
it-
it shows what the Lord has created
Yeah.
us for.
Yeah, doesn't it kind of just make your mind think, Jesus is the living water?
Yes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know. I was just thinking
Exactly.
about that too.
And the same he proved with prayer. So when you pray, the water changes those things. That's why it's so important. In Russia we have
Changes properties.
properties. So in Russia we even have a proverb. So don't drink tea with a bad person. And I was thinking why? Because tea is like, it's not pure water, but still it's a liquid and still have its structure. And if you surround yourself with people who spread negative things around you, it will influence on your water inside. But
So true.
yeah, but also we can change that. For example, because sometimes we can't choose people around us, but we can like restructure our own water by drinking structured water and by saying to ourselves good things and by praying and staying positive.
And believing the word.
Yes, exactly. So that's how we can restructure that water. And another quality is the softness of water or
Hardness and softness.
yeah, so we need to drink soft water, and usually we have this advertisement that when we clean our clothes in the washing machine, we sometimes use a special powder that make the water soft. And sometimes I think, okay, so it means that we actually treat the clothes better than ourselves. So we don't care what water we drink, hard or soft. But for clothes, it's important.
I'm really
So
gonna
I have a question.
Yeah.
The coral water, the little packets that you put in the water, does that soften your water?
Yeah, that's often the water.
okay.
That's why people, when they drink that, they tell me that it's more pleasant to drink. That's why. Because to change the quality of water, and when you drink it, you feel like you want to drink it. Actually, it's
I think I'm
nice.
so used to hard water that
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, unfortunately, we get used to that. When I came to the house, like all this area, as I told, I didn't drink water. It was hard for me to start drinking water. So we actually, I don't know why, but actually we more easy developing bad habits instead of healthy habits. It's, I think, I don't know why, but we are this way. But healthy habits will lead us to a better life. And another thing, it's a pH level of the water. The water should be almost the same pH level as our blood, because if it will be this way, it will keep us healthy too. And there is several ways how we can drink great water. First way is the best way, I think, is just we need to move. We need to move to the place where there's completely perfect water. Usually it's in mountains or in separate places where there is no
chemicals.
chemicals, yeah, and like
heavy
Civilizacja.
metals.
Civilization.
No civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
where there's no
there-
pollution.
That's where the perfect water, and that's how actually should live. But we can't do that right now because we have families, we work, we have other things. So the second way is just to get water from that places, not from the shop, from that places. And not also not everybody can do that because it means like you need to pay for transportation a lot. And the third way is just to prepare this water in our homes. And for doing that, sometimes I was talking to some people and they already started doing that. They was trying to freeze water, then melt that water, or just trying to put in the water some ionizators or put something else in this water. So people I think to change all these qualities that I mentioned, you need to create your own home laboratory. Just first you freeze, then you unfreeze, then you put special things to the water, then you put it off, then you just do this. So you need just to spend almost all your day. Yeah, factory to do that because you need to change all qualities, not only one. Because some people just change only one, for example, put ionizator, and they think that they made water perfectly, but it's not. It's not perfect water. And one day, scientists found out the island where it's like the most biggest amount of people who live more than 100 years old, 120 years old, something like that. And that island is near Japan. In Japan, maybe you've heard, there's people who live about 90 years old. But this island is 30 years more. And scientists started asking why? Because it's almost the same area. So they came to that island and they found out that the island is on the coral reefs. And these people, when this rain is coming, this water is work with these corals and changes the qualities. And the people who lived there had no idea. They were just drinking this water because the only source of the water. And the scientists were just asking why these people live so long and not just live so long, but the quality of life is different. They have private club for singers that are more than 90 years old. Can you imagine that?
And no cancer.
Yeah, people just had riding their bicycle in the hundreds and can you imagine this great? It's cool lifestyle. It's amazing. And people, when scientists started to try to find maybe there is difference in food or something else, but they found out that water. The only thing that changed from Japan is water. They started exploring
From the rest of Japan, right?
Yeah, they started investigate this water, and they found out that this water is alkaline, slightly alkaline, most importantly, slightly alkaline, that have pH level like our blood. It's this water that's take minerals from the ocean, and that provide the body with these minerals like in our bones. That's why they don't have problems with bones and nails and hair and skin.
So the coral is cleaning the water.
Yes, it's cleaning, but not
even from radiation stuff and all of that.
Yeah, and not every coral can do that because there is thousands of coral in the world, thousands, and even on that island there is high sort of the coral that used for water, but the second and the third sort of the coral they use for food because it's not high quality. So there is different corals and they all can do something different for the body. Even some supplements that I'm taking, I noticed they use some coral inside, but they're not the first sort that they use for water, but the other that is good for food.
The
So
first, the higher sort, and then the lower sort.
yeah, so that's what's very interesting. And what I loved about this water when I started drinking that after some time, that it was created by God. It wasn't human-made thing. God did that, and that made me think that what God created is the best for the body. And on that island, that they even had a legend that in the beginning of the third третье тысячелетие.
The third thousands of years.
Yeah.
3,000. In the beginning of the
Yeah.
first
So in our
millennial.
Yeah.
Millennial.
So in our times, I mean, like after the
Millennial. Sorry.
second thousand, the water of Okinawa, it's the place where these people live, will save the world. But not everybody will be saved, but only people who will hear this information.
That's their local legend.
Hmm?
It's the local
On the
legend.
Thailand, yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. And
That is.
yeah, and so right now I'm drinking this water on a daily basis for 20 years. And when I'm talking to people, some people say, you know, that's obvious that you drink different water because like your skin is different, your hair is different, your like energy that you spread is different. Like it's like obvious that you just like a water, like a live water.
May I ask you how old you are?
I'm 30.
You're 30.
Yeah, and especially right now it's so noticeable because I'm looking to the people my group age and they're sick. They have so many health problems right now. And before people made as excuse that I'm like young and that's why I'm healthy. But I said, look at my generation right now.
And
They're
this
sick. They have
this
problems.
thing is alkaline slightly, right?
Yeah.
Alkalized as a
Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to
this is
mention
the bag
how
that comes
they-
in.
Can I see that?
how they made that. So if you remember how coral looks like, it reminds you of like a hard plant, white hard plant.
Inside
So-
there's little sachets.
Yeah, and they found out that to transport the water in the bottles, it's not a good idea, as I told you. So the water won't save these qualities in the bottle more than 1 day. So there is no way to do that. So they were thinking how to do that, how to provide the world with this water, because like obvious, maybe not all our people in the world right now will want to become healthy, but some definitely want to. And they thought they count that they people need only 1 gram of coral to change like this kind of amount of water. So
How
only
many
1
ounces is that?
I don't know, but
1.5 liters, right?
Oh,
Liter-
right,
liter-
right.
Mine is also about that much.
So probably
Yeah.
4
Isn't
cups.
that like 6 cups?
Yeah.
6 cups.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
cups.
Some
Yeah,
drink a day,
you're right.
One of
yeah,
those,
yes,
just in a day.
At least.
yeah,
And this says it has a life shelf of 5 years.
Oh, wow.
yeah. So and
If you open it, you will see little sachets inside.
yeah,
This
and
is
in water it
the
looks like
this is
that.
what they look like.
Oh,
So it's like my small aquarium.
She keeps them all in there instead of pulling them out and
it
putting a
also
new one
says,
in. I do
Well,
the same thing.
yeah.
I just keep putting them in.
We eventually end up drying them out and reusing
Yeah.
them.
And then you can
Yeah.
dry them and reuse them in all kinds of
Reuse
ways.
them?
Are they
Plants,
are they just as
plants.
effective when you?
Huh?
Are they just as effective the second time
Not
around?
not
No,
as
you
effective
use them
as
for
the first
different
time.
purposes.
But for the
Yeah.
plants and for the pets, they're perfect.
Mm.
I had so many stories from my clients how their plants were dying and they started putting
Well,
coral
that's
in the
interesting.
In the
ground
water, in
or
the dirt.
started watering the flower, and the flower just recovered.
wow.
Wow.
It was shocked
Well,
because
what a great illustration.
It
yeah,
says to,
But-
the water becomes ready for consumption within 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Drink the water throughout the day. Store the remaining sachet in the resealed, it's kind of small, resealed foil pack in a dry, dark place. What's that mean?
yeah, because that's
Keep battery to chill and do not use if the package is damaged. I mean, you said you could reuse this, and so it's still got the stuff in it?
Yeah, but you don't reuse it for the same purpose. You don't make
Oh,
water.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
yeah.
you dry it, put it in a Ziploc, and I'm using it when I have acid problems. Every time, instead
I
of
have
taking,
acid problems
yeah.
too.
Of
I
course.
quit
Yeah,
drinking
so
coffee.
consuming it is
yeah,
good.
me
Of
too.
food
Instead
poisoning.
of taking this anti-acid stuff, which is bad for you, you can get Alzheimer's from them.
Mhm.
From acid?
From anti-acid.
Oh,
medicine.
anti-acid. Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah,
have
I'm
taken
just-
them a little bit. I don't believe in them.
I just
I don't-
open
I know
those
it's not
when
good
they're
for
already used
Uh-huh.
and just put it in my mouth and swallow it
Oh.
with water.
yeah, Eva, you're doing the
You
right
just
thing.
swallow the whole sachet.
Yeah.
No, not sachet. Shake
Well,
it out
well,
of the
you
cell.
shake it out,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Yes,
open
you
it.
open
You
it.
open it. You
Oh,
tear it.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And before I used to be very sensitive to rotaviruses or food poisoning or something like that. I forgot about that problem. Or if I get some, I will be cured really fast because coral have the absorption of the toxin like 40 times more than what they sell us in the pharmacy.
Oh.
So how many? So you use one of those corals a day, each day.
Yeah.
And then I dry them. And when you read, also another thing why it's not a good idea, why it's actually impossible to buy good quality water in the this shop, because the artificial light influence very bad on the water,
Excuse me.
and the water is open, like the artificial light is going through the water, and it's make this water even worse. That's why when we make this water, we try to drink it really fast, like during maybe first hours, or we store it in a like dark place. For example, in the dark bottle like she had, or just in the shelf, for example, something.
Okay,
like
so you can it only lasts one day, right?
Yeah.
So you need to drink that, and then
per day. Yeah.
then you can just put those back in the foil and use them for other stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And I have a
Let
certain.
them dry out first. And
Yeah, dry. Yeah.
Okay.
But I share that, all this like details I share when person like starts taking. I share how to use this water if you have a headache, or if you have a blood pressure, or if you have a temperature, or a sore throat, or something like that. So this coral can be a good remedy if you just doesn't feel well. It's like an ambulance at your home, natural ambulance. So, yeah.
Absorbs the toxins that
Yeah.
are produced by viruses and things like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
So, coral, coral is very, very sharp, right? I mean, it's like it's rock.
Yeah.
So, when you take that, just,
It's like a sand.
It's like sand. They crush it to the
and
sand.
that doesn't
No.
like
No.
Just
Mm-mm.
drink
tear
some
up
water
your
with it.
insides.
Sometimes I took even 5 per one time.
Well,
Problems.
When I
I
had
wouldn't live if I kept doing that for a year and if it did that
That's
to me.
how I lived from the allergy to eggs.
I was in
doing that
Moscow
for a
with a
year?
horrible
Yeah.
migraine when I got there for their wedding, and Benny was so shocked seeing what I'm going through because I was throwing up from migraine.
Yes.
He called Natalie and said, "What do I do? My mom is sick. You don't know what to do." And she
I didn't
says,
say that way.
"Tell her to do
Yeah.
to swallow." Yeah, you're not like that. Everybody knows that. So tell her to swallow the dried sachets, and so not sachets, but the sand in them. And so he gave me about how many I took, Benny? Like 5 or 6, right?
Oh, I probably had you take 7 or 10.
A lot.
Yeah, but
All at
it
once?
No, yeah, one after another.
well, maybe at least 5, but you were taking like
I took 5
a
and then
total
more.
of 10
But
later.
it stopped me from throwing.
It helps you. It helps you a lot. Well,
Yeah.
well,
wow.
Just
Yeah.
don't do it when it's fresh. You have to dry it after it's used. Because I did that when I was in the
yeah.
airplane when I was really sick. I was so sick, guys, I thought I was gonna die. I came home and found out that I had RCVS. It's reverse cerebral vasoconstriction syndrome. And the doctor said that my blood vessels were like sausage string. Some are wider, parts are wider, parts are narrow. But all I remembered when I was sitting there for 12 hours and flying to Seattle, throwing up for 10 hours out of 12. I thought to myself, I have to stop this throwing up or I will get dehydrated and I can die from that. So I forced myself drinking water and I put coral in it, and also I had no dried sachets. I only had fresh. So I felt, Natalie told me I gotta put it in my mouth and swallow. So I put it in my mouth and it burned my mouth. Because of the properties that it has. It kills the toxins and stuff like that. So it literally like burned me, but I didn't care. I swallowed it anyway. And who knows if that
Probably killed the parasites.
Yeah.
killed something. And
For sure.
I survived, but I seriously sat there thinking, oh, how inconvenient. My husband will have to drive all the way to Seattle to pick up my body. That's what it felt like.
Wow.
Horrific migraine. I almost fainted. I was sweating bullets. I was pale. I, excuse me, peed my pants. I lost control of everything. And they said, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" I said, "No." That's the only thing I remember I did. But this is what I did. Use Natalie's stuff.
Does that water, I have a question, does that water help, cause I have these spider veins over my ankles now? It will?
It helps with everything because, as I told you, our body consists from cells. And if we look to the cell, so you see how much water is around and how much water is inside. So that's why we start with water all the time, not with supplements. Because the problem starts because of the lack of water. That's how the diseases started developing. The second thing is that there is extra toxins inside. And the third thing why the problem started is the lack of nutrition. So that's why when you start drinking water, it helps with everything actually, because it just started changing the water in every cell of your body. But when you have like the problem, for example, arthritis or something else, so if you want your results to come to you faster, you need just not only drink water, but start and also detoxing your body, purification.
Well, I'll drink a ton of that then.
Yeah, and that's how the problems will go, like step by step. Now, step by step. Because, for example,
Don't OD on it.
some problems,
Don't OD on it.
some problems, they can be cured really fast. Because, for example, a person didn't have like a lot of years of suffering from the problem. But if problem just was for years and years and years, so it definitely will take time to.
Yeah. Well, see, all of my mother's generation has arthritis. And then I got it. I had 2 total hip replacements and surgery on my lower back because the disc was deteriorated from arthritis. And I went to get an MRI about 3 weeks ago, and I have a bulging disc in the middle of my back, and T1 and 2 and narrowing in my neck, although I didn't know nothing was wrong with my neck. And then I have another disc that's deteriorating, and I do not want surgery.
I know. So yeah, you need to try everything
I will.
just to be to avoid that. And I know so many results. I think maybe I've sent to you one with joints. Maybe we'll show that because we have some results. We'll show you. So yeah, and as I told you, when I had these results, when people have even like parts of the joints removed, and they couldn't even would we say that squat? They started squatting again, and this woman she's 60. So this kind of miracles, I know that everything's possible.
Well, I've been praying. I mean, if this works, this would be answered prayer.
Yeah, me too. I've been.
So yeah, here it's like in general what water is doing for our life. So it delivers nutrition to the cells, supporting the entire body. That's why it's important, because if people just drink supplements but doesn't provide themselves with normal water, the supplements won't just go to the cell. And there is no point on wasting time and money on the supplements. So,
and then my husband passed away a couple years ago, and during that last 3 or 4 months, it was very stressful. He had congested heart failure, and his stomach would get as big as like a pregnant woman, and he'd have to have it drained every 2 months, every month, and then every 2 weeks, and every week. And he was preparing me, but it was stressing me too. And so my heart was beating so fast. They had me on some blood pressure stuff now. It's only 0.5, that's not much, and 0.10 is another one. And I'm like, would water take care of that kind of stuff?
yeah, as I told you, blood vessels. Why, to explain you the mechanism how the blood pressure increase. So, as I told you, there is cells in the distant part of our body that need nutrition, oxygen, and all that. If the blood vessels are the blood inside is not liquid enough, body have no other way but to make this blood move. That's why the body make a command to как будет сузить?
Narrow.
Narrow the blood vessels, so the blood could move That's the mechanism of blood like pressure. And instead of thinking, so because heart need to just move this blood by doing that, and instead of thinking, we just need to drink water just to. By the way, great that you started doing that. Yeah. So instead of taking care of our blood vessel and thinking maybe that's not enough, like it's not liquid enough, the blood inside. That's why my heart needs to just work harder to hide the blood pressure. It doesn't explain that in the hospitals.
Watch out, chair.
Why? Because they want just people to be stuck with pharmacy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they didn't explain that in my university too. I know that because I was working with people's health before I went to the medical university. That's why I knew the reason why I do this. Exactly.
Got that.
No,
Oh.
no, it's just water.
There's one more thing that is important that really shocked me when I talked to Natalie's mom and Natalie. They said, do not drink cold water. The worst thing you can do is drink
I've
ice
heard
water.
that.
Mhm.
Oh, don't drink ice water.
But the best is actually warm.
I
Almost
used to
hot.
drink hot.
Yes.
I used to drink hot water in the morning.
That's really
That's
wise.
First thing.
I
I do
also
that.
found out that Chinese, if you go to China, will never serve you cold water. They will always bring you hot when you ask in the restaurant for water.
My favorite is room temperature.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
they want it even a little warmer than the room temperature.
Because
Wow.
it's very healthy also for the gallbladder and liver.
Oh.
Almost everybody have the problem with that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why it's so important.
Just the temperature.
For the water.
I don't have any health problems, just
Praise
what I just mentioned.
Just arthritis.
So yeah,
my
we don't have a lot
bones.
of problems, but yeah, still we have
My
something to
bones.
improve. Yeah.
Okay, now on this one, it doesn't say there's calcium in it.
It is.
On a packet that I have, that Susan gave me, it says calcium is one of the,
Ingredients,
yeah.
But-
But I thought calcium wasn't that great for you.
Depends on how
it
much.
is. It's like all lies again.
I thought it was bad. Oh, really?
It's lies again. This
Oh.
is, there is a lot of lies in the medical system
Yeah.
that they make people believe that I will tell you what calcium is actually bad for your health. If that calcium
I should
is
take a bunch of calcium.
that
You
calcium,
do?
Well,
Oh.
just a pill that has calcium.
yeah.
Oh.
What calcium is not good for your health? That artificially made calcium
Mm-hmm.
that will lead to the stones and the sands in your body
Okay, that's
and
what
the
I heard.
calcification of the blood vessels.
Right, that's what I
That
heard.
was actually also because what I've noticed, as I told you about the factory that made supplements for US, not every supplements are good here, especially if the price is not high, because the good quality of supplements can't be made from the like cheap stuff. It's impossible. And usually I recommend if people use something, of course I trust Coral because I was 20 years and they proved to me several times that they have the just super high quality. And sometimes people just hesitate, like, oh, no problem, just send me the what aside. And when I analyze that, sometimes it can be good, but usually what I've noticed, they use some chemical things, and people who doesn't have chemistry education, they don't know that they actually taken some bad things. For example, right now we have one girl, like a woman in the there's a friend of Olga's mom, and she was taking the one supplement, and I just said her, just send me because I need to see. And what I've noticed in that thing that she was taking for her, like to get rid of constipation, was chemical things. And I told her, you don't need to take that. It will destroy your health. Yeah, it helps you in short term with your constipation, but in long term, it destroy kidneys and liver. So sometimes that can be with other like things, with, for example, calcium or other things, because it depends on how they made it, how it was, what it was produced. Natural calcium is healthy for your bones, for your nails, for your hair, for your skin, for joints, for everything. Because God created calcium. Means like He.
So if you drink this, do you have to take vitamin D?
It depends on how the level of vitamin D in your body is. If it's super low, maybe you need to do something extra, because coral doesn't have vitamins inside. Coral have only minerals. So it's different things. We'll come to that.
Mhm.
So yeah, and usually also with vitamin D, first I do purification because usually why people have a lack of the vitamins inside, because it's not only because of parasites, but because the walls of the intestine can be dirty and the absorption doesn't work really well there.
Mhm.
That's also why it
That's
can
what
happen.
happens to older people
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
The one from
Mhm.
Russia has silver in it.
Yeah.
They add the silver.
silver
to
is supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Is
Turn blue.
that because
Depends
they
on how
are
much
more
you
deficient
Yeah.
over there?
Huh?
Is that because they're more deficient over there of that, or
Um,
is it just?
is it my theory or is it true? It's because in winter we have they're prone to catching lots of viruses, and silver is what kills the bacteria and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
natural antibiotic instead of what
Yeah.
we sold.
And being in
pharmacy.
a big city is also
So the stuff that they make here doesn't have the silver in it.
yeah, probably because of FDA.
Well, because like
Well,
Nate
because of the
said,
feds,
you can,
yeah.
if you
Yeah.
take too much, you can
Yeah,
turn
if
blue.
you take too much, you'll turn blue.
I've seen blue
And
people
so many
down-
people that don't do, I don't know what it is, lack of education or what it is. People overdo on a lot of things here in the United States.
Yeah.
Because they think it's good for you and they go, I'm like, no, it's good. Everything is good in moderation.
Exactly. Because really, some people are afraid of that they will overload themselves with something. But it can happen only one situation when you take artificial things, and that's not good, like quality. And another thing, it's like when your absorption system is destroyed, because God created our bodies that body can like. When I was learning in the university, like they told us how for example, you would take this amount of strawberries, yeah, and then when it will come to the intestine, body will see how much right now vitamin C or other minerals or vitamins we need, and then we need more, he will absorb more. But if the body see that we doesn't need a lot, he won't absorb a lot.
Oh.
So that's how it works. And because people don't have education and they don't ask, they just believe lies, they just afraid. So sometimes information is a powerful that can just set you free from the fears when you know that. Yeah. So next, the water have to remove toxins. So the best way to actually, one of the best, not on the best, but I say the best and the first way to remove toxins is just water, because we clean our floor with water. We didn't have any thoughts to go and take shower with water with lemon. Like we just use pure water. We don't use coffee or tea. We use water. So the same, the first way how to help your body to get rid of toxins is water. To drink a lot of water, especially if you eat something unhealthy or if you like sweat a lot. And other things, it helps to control weight, promotes metabolism and includes fat burning. So yeah, when people drink more water, it helps them to be fit. Another thing is it regulates and maintains a constant body temperature. It's important because some people have problems with that. They have inconsistent body temperature, and it ruins their like the ability to work or just have a normal life. It regulates blood viscosity and reduces the risk of cardiovascular issues. So what you asked about. It helps in the formation of joints fluid, which is a lubricant for the joints, helping maintain joint functionality. So that's the answer. Yeah.
Great.
So in coral, we don't have only like coral thing, but also they developed several products that help to improve the water balance inside, depending on what person need right now. For example, we talked with Susan yesterday that sometimes people in a lack of potassium, and that's why they have blood problems, like heart problems, vascular problems. It's one of the best way to understand that sometimes people can stand up and everything can turn to dark in their head. They don't see anything. It's a lack of potassium. And also some people have the sudragi.
Seizures.
seizures. It's also can be a lack of potassium. So, and if people understand that they have problems with memory,
And cramps.
yeah,
Lack of potassium.
and if they have cold hands and feet, it means also lack of potassium. So that's why they created another things also. For example, this thing, what I was talking about. Another thing that they have also, they have antioxidants that help to fight the free radicals. Why it's important? Because free radicals can destroy the blood vessel wall. And that's why people have high level of cholesterol. Because cholesterol is, body say like we need to remove that hole in the blood vessel, so we need cholesterol to just be like
Yeah, it's like patches it.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the reason why people have high cholesterol. Again, doctors don't tell about that.
No,
What happens?
They'll just give
They
you,
just
they
give-
don't know. They just give you
yeah,
medication.
just statins.
Yes.
Like,
Statins.
but it won't solve the problem.
they will
because the
actually
problem
hurt
not-
you in the long run.
Problem not in the cholesterol, but in these free radicals that we get from the smoke, air, from the radiation that Olga mentioned, from the stress and other factors. So another thing that also they have for water, it's the thing that is providing us with magnesium, and it's from the deeps of the ocean. So in coral, they don't have only one product of water; they have actually four. With if person have different problems with different minerals, it can just restore this level. Yes.
Next
The
one.
coral can.
Yeah.
Oops. For some reason not performing.
Okay, it's fine.
Two of them.
I think there was.
Probably my internet.
No, I don't know why. All of a sudden, nothing.
It's interesting. You can just maybe try to reset that,
Yeah.
and I will just continue.
I wish you weren't leaving. I
I
would
know.
make you my doctor.
I know, but I get
He's
used.
my doctor.
I get used to working online because I started doing that what Kavin started in Moscow, and that's when I started having clients all over the world. Because before I used to have only in Russia, in Moscow usually, but then right now I have in 17 countries.
Wow.
People who I consult and who I help with. So there is no problem right now because we have online, we have chats, we have like phones, like everything. So there is no problem. The second step is purification. So I will tell there in short because you don't need right now all these details. There is 3 steps of cleansing of the body. First is detoxification, not anti-parasitic program, because some people they know just they need to fight parasites, they need to start with fighting parasite. It's a mistake, a common mistake that people do. Why it's not a good idea? Because body already overloaded with toxins, and if you will start fighting with parasites, you make even you increase the amount of toxins, and though this pressure will go into the kidneys and liver and other organs are already tired. So first you need to start with detoxification, and that's a detoxification help our kidneys and liver and our like lungs and skin and lymphatic system to like how to say this, to feel better after all this crazy lifestyle that we created for them. And after that we can go to the anti-parasitic program, and we can help our body to fight this parasite. And there's some people, when I talk about parasite, they imagine worms. But it's not only about worms. It can be viruses, it can be bacteria. What I noticed here, there is a lot of this mold in the air, this fungus. Yeah, so cancer like things also associated with parasites and all that. So it's like there is like a variety of parasites in our body. And what I don't like about the medical system, they just push people to believe that you need to first understand what exact variant of parasites you have. So you will spend a lot of money to find out that fact, and then they will give you special treatment from that kind of parasites. And it's obvious that we have different variants of parasites, and it means like you need to spend a lot of money to find out all that, and then to spend a lot of money to like
Treat every one of them.
yeah. And this is like God didn't create so complicated things.
Right, that's what I always
It's like
think.
He didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand the difference between, for example, curing the viruses in general, fungus in general, and worms in general, but not like for every like
Every
As
war.
they created, like for example, epidemic of COVID, like only this disease will cure. No, like no, God, like there is a way how to can treat it different way. So the anti-parasite program that I used to take, that my mom gave me from like 11, it was working with all of kind of parasites, or I mean like fungus, viruses and bacteria and worms in general. So that's another way, another part of the cleansing. And the third step is deep cleansing. Why it's important? Because some people think that it's enough just to fight with parasite and that's all. But the problem is that usually people have like a lot of parasites inside, and anti-parasite problem can help with just the most, how to say, simple to remove.
The
most
easiest ones.
the easiest
can
to
be
remove,
removed.
yeah.
The easiest way.
But usually the strongest one are still there, and you need to use the deep cleansing to just let them go from you. That happened with me because I used to have anemia, and all doctors, like when they was trying to find out the parasite, they told that she didn't have a lot, but it was obvious that I had, because like it was obvious with my symptoms and everything. And when I started cleansing my body, only deep cleansing helped me to get rid of the longest one, and the next day I get rid of them, my anemia went away.
Anemia was gone.
Yeah.
You know, I thought, what all this talk about parasites? So what? They all live in us. Until I saw Ben's blood. There is a doctor there in Russia who did a blood test on him. And it was after all of his deparasitic programs that he went through. So they're in the blood too. They're not just in your intestines. They are everywhere. And the lady that was making a comment, I saw the blood, the cells, and there was like little lines, wiggly lines in there, but not many, maybe 1 in 100 square feet. I don't know how to describe that. But she was saying, the doctor saying, oh, great, look at him, he's very good, and only 1 or 2. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how many was there before? Because he's now completely freed from his allergies. Therefore, I imagine there was a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Because that's what causes allergies mainly, is their life waste.
I keep thinking about my son with all of this, but how many times do you have to do that? Just if you start
They
feeling
do that
symptoms
once
again?
in
I'm
few
doing
months.
cleansing every I'm doing deep cleansing every 6 months from the 12 years old, and detoxification I can do like on a daily basis, because we have these toxins every day coming to our body. Yes, that we consume with air and food. And
You don't
water
have to
and
do it like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Well,
detoxification.
I'm
is for
thinking that
everybody.
you need to.
Yeah,
but-
it would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
who want to just be healthy with time, it's better to do something
Yeah,
like
do it.
that. Maybe not exactly like I do, because it will take time to develop this habit, but in general.
Once you stop, the problems come back again. So
Right.
it's better
It's
to
a
continue to do it.
Там
Yeah.
картины на результаты очень скачались.
Yes, the pictures I can
Да.
do, but this
Because,
presentation
Yeah,
is going. I
please.
think it's the internet.
So-
no
in general-
internet, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No internet, yeah.
Yeah.
In general, what like usually 80% of health issues that people have connected with intoxication. So it can be toxins that caused by parasites, or extra toxins that coming into us. And when I was in medical university,
Toxins can cause.
toxins. Yeah, so
Fumes from the highway, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of
The
environment.
external and internal. The
yes.
external is what we consume by breathing and eating, and internal are the parasites in their waste and viruses, and also the mold.
And also the process of digesting food, because some process, when you just look into the chemistry, when we, for example, our body digests some proteins, there can be like some toxins that body just produce because of that. So there is like, they can be normal toxins, but the problem is why right now people have so many problems, because 100 years ago people used to have less toxins. That's why the body could just handle that. But right now, body can't handle that anymore because too much
There's so much toxins.
too much. Yes, you're right, and that's why body started suffering. That's why younger people, younger generation right now have problems so much because too much. Body can't handle that anymore. And also, so people when they clean their body, usually a lot of problems just really disappear. So I get rid of allergies too. I get rid of skin problems because I had a lot of inflammations on my face of this acne. I get rid of the problems with my hair because because of stress I used to lose 2/3 parts of my hair. Can you imagine that? I was so stressful. I was so scared that I will lose all my hair. So by due to the system, and also in coral there is some natural cosmetics too. I restored my hair. I was so happy. I restored my vision. I changed my brain.
Go ahead.
Brain work because my mom, I was so sick in my childhood that my mom was told that I will never even finish school because I was so difficult with education. And they told her that I would be blind because I had poor genetic. So I've proved with my own result that body can recover even if you have a bad genetic.
Even cataracts?
Yes, we have results with that too, but
Good.
it will take a lot of time because it's like a very late stage. For example, if a person come to me with only like, for example, problems with vision, we can just prevent all of this. But if person come with the like very hard process, so it will take a lot of time, but it's possible because we have results with that too.
Good.
And also I have problems with joints. I didn't have like huge problem, but I have this like, как будет хрустеть? Cracking
like sounds.
Sounds in the joints. I had this problem. I had problems with my nails. I had problems with my digestive system. So I have gastritis. I had even ulcer, and I cured it without any like treatment.
And you think that was due to the water, or do you have other stuff?
System on the system. I was on the system from the beginning. So my mom just gave me a system, detoxification and purification. But why I mention all these factors step by step, because some people start only with water. Susan did, Bernard did, and they got their results and they believed that it working, and they started like making detoxification on that. So like some people who just believe all that, they just start how I tell, like with detoxification, and they just get their result faster. So everything is about like how fast you will get your results. If you invest more, you will get more. It's like how body react. If you will take care about our body more, body will be recovered faster. And also I get rid of constipation because I had problems with that. And my immune system started working better because I used to have these problems with pharyngitis, pharyngit.
Pharyngitis, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Pharyngitis.
So tonsillitis,
Laryngitis.
too. I had problems. I couldn't breathe with my nose. It was so like clogged. I had all the time this horrible dry cough. And right now, if I get sick, I can be like cured like in hours or day without any like very bad symptoms. That was just.
You know what to use.
Yeah, because I know what to use. Exactly, you're right. Because I know how to replace this bad treatment to like good natural treatment, and body can be recovered faster. So I have just like a huge list of results with my liver and gallbladder and other things. So it's amazing.
Do you do you have like a list that says gallbladder, use this,
Yes.
do this, use that?
Natalie is amazing. She spends most of her day responding to people's requests. If you connect with her, we have a WhatsApp channel. Then that's where she communicates with everyone.
Yeah, but we are going to make a Facebook page too.
Yeah, and so every time anybody asks, hey, I have this, and that, she'll spend lots of time responding, explaining, telling what to order, what to take, and how many times a day.
That's awesome.
And how to use because it's also important, because some people I just said explain their situation, and I tell them you need to use this product this way and to another this way, because it's all everybody's different.
You can even make drops out of water for your eyes. Eye drops.
Eye drops, yeah.
And what does that help?
It helped me with my vision because, as I told you, I was told that I will be blind, but I restored my vision with this drop. drops.
Also, when you get dry eyes, it probably helps out.
Exactly. Yes, Susan already also started doing that, so she can share how
I
she.
get conjunctivitis and it kills it.
Yeah. By the way, too, I had conjunctivitis for many
What is
years.
that?
It's like inflammation when the
in your eye.
eyes turned red.
Oh.
It
So
can
that
be
helps.
allergy related or infection.
Yeah, that helps a lot with that.
Mm.
So the last step of cleansing is lymphatic cleansing because it's also important to cleanse that. And after that, we come into the nutrition. So that's where supplements like, hello. So you see like how many steps you needed to do before taking supplements and make sure that it will be absorbed. Like parasite won't eat that, know that. And we are, before I will come to that, another question that I remember you asked me that about parasites. It's impossible to get rid of all of parasites. It's impossible because we drink them and inhale
Right,
them
that's what I.
all the time. Yeah, but
It's
in
impossible to get rid of what?
all of the
All the
parasites.
Parasites.
Because actually some of the parasites, when they're in a small amount in our body, they actually like symbiotics, like symbiosis.
Symbiotic connection with our body.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
actually
So
helps.
coexist and
Yeah.
they do help with
Like
some stuff.
prebiotics and probiotics.
Yeah.
No, not
Oh.
that thing. There is like this intestinal palachka.
Like bullet.
There is some bacteria in the body.
Yeah,
Bacteria that live in the body.
yeah, that
And,
are good. and-
Yeah, they're not like when they in a small amount they're good, but then they like grow.
They become pathogenic.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. So it's not about prebiotics, symbiotics, different things. And the goal that we need to
Have in mind.
have in mind is just to eliminate the amount of the bad things to our body
Mhm.
and control them.
Mhm.
That's the goal. And it takes years to come to this point because if you will be told that one program that will make your body this way, it's a lie.
Mhm.
It's impossible because or you need to use very strong pill that will destroy your liver, kidney, or something else. Some people do that. They just use really very strong thing, but it destroys all health.
Right.
in general.
And then they start
So-
recovering from
Yeah,
it.
it's like there is no way to have a fast result. The best way is just to continue.
Change your lifestyle.
Yeah, and then how they will eliminate step by step, and you will feel it. When all your bad symptoms will gone, it means like you achieved that level. When there are like less amount of them in your body, and this is the best criteria.
And how do you know if you eliminate it just by the way you feel?
Symptoms. So when you feel that
Oh.
all symptoms are gone, and
Mhm.
you feel like a healthy person, means that
Mhm.
they're gone. Because
Mhm.
especially when a person tries to save money, I don't see a good idea just to go to the hospitals and make all these tests because it's a lot of money.
Mhm.
And there is no guarantee that it will be like accurate.
Mhm.
Because even like what I noticed, only one thing, actually two things can give you more accurate details. It's bioresonantial therapy.
Bioresonance is what hormone
Yeah,
is doing.
or the blood test when you see that your blood on the screen and you see what's inside.
And that's a specific test.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
to
what do you
do that
call it?
here.
Mhm.
Her mom
You
told me
probably
about
have to.
that.
Это темнопольный микроскоп, тест на темнопольном микроскопе, я не знаю, как это перевести.
Some kind of dark field microscope.
Yeah.
Dark field.
So something like that. We'll try to translate it and send it to you. I hope that it's possible to find something like here in US. Because in Russia it's not easy to find, but it's possible. I think here it's also possible. You just need to find the right
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. But her mom did bioresonance diagnostics on me. You know, guys, I was shocked. She found that I had pyelonephritis. That's my childhood disease. She found that out. That I would never tell anybody about that. That it was in my past, I think, and there was like traces of it. So the bioresonance was able to pick up on it.
Yeah, it's like deeper than just hospital way of investigate the body. So that's why sometimes when I understand that people have limited budget, I say that I don't think you can just make a general test on your like health, but don't just go into this because like there is no guarantee that it will be made right.
Mhm.
And it's better just to like before God didn't create all this tests and all that. It's everything make things
Right.
complicated.
Yeah.
He made us sensitive to our body so we could feel the symptoms
Mhm.
and to see we're going in right direction or we're going in wrong direction. That's enough. If you will just be in touch with your body and you will just see that symptoms is going low, it means like you go in the right way. That's all. And also when the sometimes if it's like I don't know visible parasites, you can see them just leaving your body, but it won't be like very how to say this пугающая картинка.
It won't be very threatening.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's life, you know, like we see parasites almost every day. For example, the small bags, it's like a parasite but for the home. So it's like it's life. Also I brought today some supplements with me that I have, so we could just try them, just so you know how it feels like, how they taste like. So it's like a present for you. Came today, and because as you noticed, not everybody could make it today, So and especially with that you came and you here, and that's great. So it's like a present for you. Here it's like some of results. See, here it's with hair. So some people have problems that they lose a lot of hair, and they can't just stop that. So it can be restored, and especially men suffer from that because they usually worry a lot and they have stress a lot, and that's why they lose their hair. And they don't want to. They want just to their hair to be awesome as it was before. So it's possible to restore that. This is two weeks result of my client.
2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, the difference. It's like impressive. And that's why I recommend people to make photos, because you know what?
You're looking at her face.
She took supplements and the coral water.
Yeah, she took my system, what I recommended her, because it's all individual. The
And
fact
the
is,
swelling went
Her
away.
face
Yeah.
is better too.
She's smaller.
yeah, the fact is, you know what? Why I recommend to make photos? Because when I met her in the state, I told her, you changed so much. She said, no, I didn't. I said, I will just make a photo of you. And when she saw, she just, wow. It's like, you know why this is so illustrated, that usually as a human being, we are,
Is this in person?
yeah, she had like these spots on her skin because of the liver. That's not, you know, sometimes people get that
And
from
then she
the sun.
lost weight too, right?
Yeah. So
It healed her sunspots?
yeah, so it healed her liver, and when the liver is working,
Oh, her liver, yeah.
liver working right, it clean, the skin's clean.
Yeah, wow. She
Um,
looks way different.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
yeah, and people sometimes no, this is visible, you know, she can
Mhm,
notice
yeah.
that. But that girl that lost weight, she didn't notice that because we sometimes just как будет обесценивать,
Undervalue.
undervalue ourselves, and that's
Yeah.
why we don't see our results. So this is a blood like this veins,
The varicose veins.
varicose veins. So yeah, it also helps with that
How
too.
long did that take?
I don't know, Mom. I think about maybe 2 months, maybe minimum.
Wow, what do you need for that?
It's a system. It's a system and a collagen. So
What do you need for it?
system, cleansing
The
system and
system.
collagen.
And
These are the
collagen.
masks.
These
I
are the masks.
absolutely love their masks.
Yeah. So it's like one mask.
You don't even have to use actual creams with those masks. Same here.
Will your eyebrows grow back?
Yeah.
The wrinkles are gone. The
I don't
wrinkles
have
are
any.
between the eyes.
Yeah, it can be because
I have some, but it's so
I
light.
Well,
had this
castor oil helps
I
that
had this
too.
problem, and I started. In coral, there is one oil that can not only restore hair but also activate the sleeping follicles. Sleeping follicles. That's how actually I restored my hair when I told you about that. So I restored my eyebrows and my eyelashes because of conjunctivitis. You know, maybe there is a lot of pus, and the eyelashes started like fell. And I had a very severe allergy with my eyebrows, and I almost lost all of my eyebrows. So it's helped me to recover with that too.
When my friend, when we were 12 years old, she shaved her eyebrows off, and I had really thick eyebrows, and so I thought, well, I'm going to shave mine off. Mine never grew back, and hers did.
Yeah. So yeah, we
I have
can
a
try.
few, but not like
We
I
can
had.
try with that oil, because what I've noticed with that oil, I had one client. She was about 60 or 70 years old. It's important because with years also we lose this tendency to recover. That's why I mentioned her age. And she was bald, and she was using to wear this artificial hair. And when I told her my result, how my hair just restored, we started doing that with her. And you know what? She grew her hair.
Really?
It wasn't possible. She
Now
couldn't
I'm
do it.
interested.
I
I
have
was
a,
about to tattoo my eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend who's
Another
a
one
one.
has some eyebrows, but they're so light you can't
Yeah,
even see
we
them.
could try that.
She had pencil
Yeah.
and she was put pencil on, but then she went through some traumatic things.
Yeah, usually what happens with that. Stress or like of nutrients or something like that.
What is this called? When people
This is
vitiligo?
vitiligo. It's like when people maybe notice have this
Oh my.
white spots on their skin, and doctors say that it's impossible to cure. But I know people who cured from that, so it's also possible.
Wow.
It's usually the reason is viruses that cause that.
Yeah.
Here's the girl. She had acne.
Severe acne.
Yeah.
I saw a guy in your church and I kept thinking Natalie needs to tell him about this.
She, by the way, you know what's interesting? She was on drugs, by the way, that's mentioned here. I think it's influenced her health too. And she had, it was because of fungus. So that's skin problem that she had here because of the fungus in the body. Because there can be different reasons. Sometimes it can be worms that cause this inflammation. I had this reason why I had that. What else do we have?
That can cause the acne.
Yeah. Это кстати, то, что мы хотели показать, не достаточно.
Lack of vitamins.
Yeah,
And
so
what,
the reasons.
what causes it? Like here she's put, and if you are lacking vitamin A, you will notice brittle hair, vision problems, weakened immunity. I think I need vitamin A. Vitamin B2, cracks at the corners of the lips, skin problems, rashes, herpes, boils, redness of the tongue and eyes, and dandruff. Vitamin E, lack of vitamin E is reduced sexual function, menstrual irregularities. Vitamin D is brittle bones, tooth decay. B6, insomnia, impaired memory. B1, nervous system disorders, loss of appetite. B12, fatigue, weakness, leg pain, nervous system damage. And C, vitamin C, bruises, even from minor bumps that take a long time to fade, fatigue, frequent colds, dry skin, and bleeding gums.
Yeah, so, and people usually when they read, they think, oh, I need to take supplements, and they make mistake because they starting to feed their parasites, and then when they get even horrible situation more. So,
There goes an allergy, right?
yeah, it's like a child who's allergy.
With eczema.
So yeah, and first what you need to do when you have a lack of vitamin, you need to clean your body, then give this vitamins. So yeah, this is also was actually collagen, just taking collagen inside.
Your eyes look bigger.
Maybe because this как бы века, eyelid become like low, less, because
This
usually
is
when
a
people have
familiar
this,
braid.
this is mine. So this is my result. Here there is no unleveled haircut, so just one length, and I had this kind of like small ponytail, and it turned to like a true story. But you see, it took like I think about 1 year, maybe a year and a half, because like
Now
length-
it's even almost on every part of her hair,
yeah.
which mine are like.
Yeah.
This one, I
Can
don't
you
know.
add some water?
There's another acne example.
You just keep adding water to that same one.
Yeah, because it's like 1 liter. That's why I will add only half, and then this coral I will dry.
That's
Warm
interesting.
water. Warm water, I think.
Child's joint
Yeah, this is a joint. So
broken.
yeah, it was broken, and the doctors was surprised how fast it recovered. So I just download only one picture, but I have a lot.
Is that a thing?
It's it looks like this kind of joint.
Hip.
Yeah.
And what else?
Oh, this is interesting
This
situation,
is
by the way,
interesting.
because people usually think that because of parasites parasite, they can be only fat, but sometimes because of the parasite, people can be very thin and they can't just gain weight. So cleansing helps in both situations.
Now, say that again. I didn't.
He was too thin because the parasites literally
He
ate
was
him
too
alive.
thin. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes people can be gaining weight because of the parasites and from one kind of parasites. From another
They can
kind,
gain weight from it?
Huh?
They can gain weight from
Yeah.
yeah, they can gain muscles. For example, if a person is too thin and he can't gain muscle and weight, it's because of some parasites that they're just eating them alive from the inside. And when they get rid of them, they can actually turn to.
Say half.
Yeah, thank you. They can turn to a normal person. It's actually what happened to me because I was super skinny. I was like a skeleton, and I couldn't gain any weight, completely any weight. And when I started cleansing myself, I finally turned to a normal person. I gained maybe about like only 5 kilograms, but I felt like normal. And so yeah, just interesting how they can influence us both.
Weight
So-
loss.
Yeah, weight loss
Does
is a
that
great.
take that video that long?
Well,
Is it?
I'm just
We're
recording them.
ready to-
Yeah.
That was pretty much everything except this one.
I wish Mary could have come today.
I know,
Oh,
but
boy.
we have a record.
I know,
There's
I
a
thought
tip.
about her, but I knew she would
Yeah.
be working.
There's the result.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
There.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
So I think I got it.
Yeah, and I brought you something so you could try a little bit. Yeah, maybe here, maybe at home. We made this record, and if you will have any questions, you can just find me. I will leave my contact information, and you can just ask me anything you want to. Maybe you have some questions on this information that I shared. I will be just more than happy to help and make you and your friends and family healthy.